So hi there students, welcome back to another video lesson. So for this video lesson, so we will again discuss another type of permutation. So i-discuss na po natin yung distinguishable permutations and then as well as yung linear permutations. So for this type, so ang pag-aaralan po natin is circular permutations. So from the word circle, so of course, circular permutation has something to do with circle. So for the lesson objective, we will solve word problems on circular permutations. So before we proceed to solving word problems involving circular permutation, so let us first define what is a circular permutation. So of course, meron naman kayong idea kung ano ang itsura ng arrangement natin for circular permutation. Of course, we will be using a fixed circle. So again, this is a type of permutation where the arrangement of objects is in a form of a fixed circle. And then, yung formula to determine the number of permutations for this type is the quantity of n minus 1 factorial. Okay, so n minus 1 factorial. So n is the number of objects. So let us now move on to problem number 1. 9 friends went to a dinner party. In how many ways can they be seated around a circular table? Okay. So, yung isang indication dyan na circular permutation siya is the word around. So, kahit na wala po yung circular table, nandun yung word na around, it means circular permutation po yun. So, kapag naman in-arrange natin yung 9 friends na yun in a line or in a row, that will be linear permutation. So, kung linear permutation yan, that will be n factorial lang, and that is 9 factorial. We'll just simply get the product of 9 times 8 up to 1. So, since circular permutation siya, like for example, meron tayong table, circular table dito. And then, si A nandito siya. So, fix po si A dun sa position na yon. And then, si B hanggang si I, so sila yung magpapalit-palit ng kanilang mga pwesto. Okay. So, kaya po yung ating formula is the quantity of n minus 1 factorial. Okay, now, n is equal to 9. So, magiging ganito siya. The quantity of 9 minus 1 factorial. And that is 8 factorial. So, ang gagawin lang po natin, express lang po natin 8 factorial as 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 up to 1. So, multiply lang po natin yan. Ibig sabihin, meron po tayong 40,320 ways. So, yun po yung bilang ng paraan para may arrange po natin yung 9 friends na yon sa isang circular table. Next, problem number 2. Find the number of ways in which 6 people, M, N, O, P, Q, and R can be seated at a round table if P and Q always sit next to each other. So, ibig sabihin, meron po tayong 6 na tao na ina-arrange sa round table. And then, meron siyang condition. So, for letter A, si P tsaka si Q, kahit saan natin sila ilugar, kailangan po magkatabi sila. So, paano natin sasagutin yan? So, paano ang kanyang solusyon? For example, ayan. M, N, O, P, Q. Tapos, R. So, why is it hindi natin pinagawlay si P and Q? It's because kahit anong arrangement man sila, magkatabi po dapat sila. Ibig sabihin, iti-take lang natin sila as 1. So, ibig sabihin, M, 1 to. Pangalawa naman yon. Yung O, 3. And then PQ, isa lang po sila. So, 4. And then R is 5. So, ibig sabihin po, yung n natin dito is 5 na lang po, hindi na po 6. So, malinaw po yun. So, why is it 5? Again, tinetake po natin si P tsaka Q ng isahan lang. Okay. Now, since si P and Q magkatabi sila, so pwede pa rin po naman silang magpalit ng lugar. Okay, so pwede natin silang i-arrange in 2 factorial ways. So mauna si P, tas Q, o kaya naman Q, P. Okay, so paano ang ating solusyon? So magiging ganito po siya. 5 minus 1 factorial times 2 factorial. Now, 5 minus 1 is 4 factorial times 2 factorial. So, 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and that is 24. And then times 2 factorial, that is 2. So, 24 times 2, that is 48. So, ibig sabihin, meron po tayong 48 ways para i-arrange yung 6 people na yan wherein P and Q always sit next to each other. So for letter B naman, what if P and Q never sit next to each other? So kung kanina for letter A, so yung arrangement natin, kailangan magkatabi po si P and Q. So for letter B, so kahit anong mangyari, kailangan hindi po sila magkatabi. So paano natin kukunin yon? So una muna po natin kukunin is yung number of ways. So walang P and Q na magkatabi. So ibig sabihin, n natin dito is 6. So magiging quantity of n minus 1 factorial. So and that is 6 minus 1. So 5 factorial, and that is equal to 120. So ito yung kabuuan. Next, paano natin kukunin yung number of ways na kung saan never silang magkakatabi? So ang kailangan po nating gawin, kunin natin yung ways na magkatabi sila. So i-consider natin yung sagot na nakuha natin kanina. So paano yon? Sulat lang natin ulit. M, N, O, P, Q, R. So ito 1, 2, 3, and then iti-take natin si P and Q as 1, 4, and then R, 5. So N natin dito is 5. And then, magiging 5 minus 1 factorial times, pwede natin pag-arrange yung dalawang tao na yon, P and Q, into factorial ways. So, di ba ang sagot dito, 4 factorial times 2 factorial. So, para mas maintindihan nyo, i-sum up natin. So, magiging ganito siya. 6 minus 1 factorial minus 5 minus 1 factorial times 2 factorial. So, lagyan natin ng bracket. Ayan. So, ganyan po ang kanyang solusyon. So, yung una po dito, yung kabuuan. And then, ito naman, ito yung ways na kung saan magkatabi po sila. Okay. So, 6 minus 1 is 5 factorial minus, so 5 minus 1 is 4 factorial times 2 factorial. So 5 factorial is 120. Then 4 factorial is 24 times 2 factorial, that is 48. So 120 minus 48, that is 72 ways. So kung meron tayong 120 ways para i-arrange sila sa circular table, meron po tayong 48 ways na kung saan kailangan si P and Q magkatabi. And then for letter B naman, meron po tayong 72 ways para si P and Q hindi po sila magkatabi. So kahit anong arrangement po yun. Let us have problem number 3. There are 10 people in a birthday party. In how many ways can the celebrant, one of the 10, arrange his guests around the dining table if For letter A, they can sit anywhere they want. Okay. So, meron po tayong 10 people dun sa birthday party. And then, dun sa 10 people na yun, kasama po yung ating celebrant, yung ating birthday celebrant. So, paano natin sila i-arrange kung pwede silang maupo kahit saan nila gustuhin? So, wala po tayong mga tao in particular na kailangan pagtabihin. So, ibig sabihin, apply lang po natin ang formula for circular permutation, and that is the quantity of n minus 1 factorial. So, n is the number of people, which is 10. So, magiging 10 minus 1 factorial. And that is 9 factorial. So, express lang natin as 9 times 8 up to 1. So, ang mga other terms po dyan, so kung sa module po ninyo, mga student, so they can sit anywhere they want, o kaya naman, there are no restrictions. So, kapag nabasa natin yung word na there are no restrictions, ibig sabihin, kamukha po siya ng ating nasa presentation. It means they can sit anywhere they want. So, pwede silang maupo kahit saan man nila gustuhin. Now, the product of 9 times 8 up to 1 is 362,880. So, yan po ang bilang ng paraan na pwede nating i-arrange yung 10 people wherein they can sit anywhere they want. So, kahit saan. So, for letter B, 4 people insist on sitting together. Ibig sabihin, meron po tayong 4 na people. So, 4 particular people na kung saan kahit anong arrangement, kailangan magkakatabi po sila. So, insist. Nagpilit po sila na magkakatabi sila. So, pangalanan lang natin yung 10 people na yun para mas makita nyo sila. So, using letters. So, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and then J. So, yung nauna po natin, ito po yung 4 na tao na nag-insist na kailangan magkakatabi po sila. So, kahit mang saang arrangement man sila, kailangan magkakatabi. So, iti-take po natin sila as 1. And then, E, 2, F, 3, G, 4, H is 5, I, 6, and then J, 7. Okay. Next. Apply natin yung formula. Quantity of n minus 1 factorial. So, that is 7 minus 1 factorial. And then, i-multiply natin sa 4 factorial. So, sir, bakit po natin i-multiply sa 4 factorial? It's because yung A, B, C, D na to, yung 4 na tao na to, pwede rin po sila namang magkakabali-baligtad ng pwesto. So, hindi lang naman ang arrangement nila A, B, C, D. Pwede rin namang B, C, D, A. C, B, A, D. Okay, so pwede natin silang i-arrange in 4 factorial ways. So, 7 minus 1 is 6 factorial times 4 factorial. Now, 6 factorial is 720. So, 6 times 5 up to 1. And then 4 factorial is 24. So our final answer will be 17,280 ways. So we have a total of 17,280 ways wherein 4 people insist on sitting together. Next, what about if 3 people refuse on sitting together? Okay, so ibig sabihin dito, may 3 particular na tao po tayong hinahanap na kung saan, so kahit anong arrangement natin sila, hindi po sila dapat magkakatabi. So, paano po kaya yon? So, again, using letters, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and then J. So, halimbawa, yung 3 tao na yon, pangalan A, F, tsaka J. Ayan sila. So, hindi po dapat sila magkakatabi. Okay, so paano natin kukunin yung ating arrangement dito? So, una muna, kailangan po natin kunin yung total muna. Okay, so yung total na waste, nakuha na po kanina, which is 362,880. Ito yung 10 minus 1 factorial. So, bakit natin kailangan yan? So, kailangan po kasi nating isubtract yung number of ways na kung saan yung 3 people na to magkakatabi sila. Okay, so, paano natin gagawin yon? Like for example, ABC, yung 3 people na yon, pagsamahin natin. So, te-take natin yun as 1. And then, yung mga natitira, ayan. Okay. So, again, A, B, and C, ito naman po yung ways, yung arrangement na kung saan magkakatabi po yung tatlo na yon. So, kailangan natin kunin yung number of ways na magkakatabi sila para malaman natin kung ilang ways naman yung they refuse on sitting together. So, since 8 sila, magiging 8 minus 1 factorial yon times 3 factorial. So, ABC can be arranged in 3 factorial ways. So, paano natin i-construct yung ating final solution? Ganito po siya. 10 minus 1 factorial minus, i-bracket natin ulit. So, 8 minus 1 factorial times 3 factorial. So, para makuha po natin yung number of ways wherein they refuse on sitting together. So, 10 minus 1, that is 9 factorial. So, substitute lang natin dito as 362,880 minus 8 minus 1, that is 7 factorial times 3 factorial. Next, 362,880 minus 7 factorial is 5,040 times 3 factorial, that is 6. 362,880 minus the product of 5,040 and 6 is 30,240. Now, i-subtract lang po natin yan. Ang final answer po natin is 332,640 ways. Okay, so explain lang po natin ulit. So, itong nakikita nyong 10 minus 1 factorial, yan po yung kabuuan. So, it means they can sit anywhere they want. And then, yung nasa kabila naman, kinuha po natin yung number of ways na yung tatlong tao na to ay magkakatabi. Para malaman natin ilan naman yung ways na yung tatlong tao na yan, they refuse on sitting together. So let us have the problem number 4. In how many ways can 10 differently colored beads be threaded on a string? Okay. So, halimbawa, meron tayong string dito. Yan, circular siya. And then, i-place natin yung 10 colored beads na yan. So, magkakaibang kulay. For example, ito yung red, yellow, green, orange, violet, pink, brown, maroon. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then, halimbawa, meron tayong gray. And then, halimbawa, meron pa tayong kulay sky blue. Okay, so meron na po tayong 10 magkakaibang kulay ng colored beads. So, paano natin malalaman yung number of ways na pwede natin silang pagsama-samahin para makabuo ng, halimbawa, bracelet? Okay. So, kung yung formula natin for circular permutation is n minus 1 factorial, di ba? That is 10 minus 1 factorial. Yan siya. Since yung ating pagte-threaded ng ating mga colored beads, pwede po natin yan gawin ng pa-clockwise direction o kaya naman counterclockwise direction. Ibig sabihin, pwede po nating papunta dito o pwede rin namang after ng R, papunta doon. Okay. So, ang gagawin lang po natin doon, i-divide lang po natin sa 2. Okay? 2 factorial. So, 10 minus 1 is 9 factorial all over 2 factorial. So, 9 factorial is 362,880. Di-divide natin sa 2 factorial, that is 2. So, yung number of ways na pwede nating i-thread yung 10 differently colored beads is 181,440. So, for the next video lesson, we will illustrate combination of objects. So, tapos na po tayo i-discuss kung paano natin in-illustrate yung permutation. So, ang next topic naman po has something to do with combination of objects. So, kung anong pinagkaiba ng permutation tsaka combination, malalaman nyo po yan sa mga susunod pang video lessons.